I visit hundreds of campuses every year, and I see it everywhere. Kids are struggling to deal with their emotions, and it's taking a serious toll on their mental health. That's why I'm excited about Angel Studios' newest family film, Sketch. It's a fun, creative story about a little girl who drops her sketchbook into a magical pond, and suddenly all her wild, messy drawings come to life. This is something I've been telling you about for a few months now, so if you're already a Premium Guild member, you have your 2 free tickets, and if not, then become a Premium Angel Guild member today and get 2 free tickets to see Sketch in theaters August 6th. If you're ready to see more movies like Sketch, movies that are fun, hilarious, and meaningful, go to angel.com/Kirk and become a Premium Angel Guild member today. I don't love charts. I'm not a big chart guy because they could be very deceiving. But every so often you find a chart that is a perfect depiction of what not just is reality, but something that you've been trying to put into words. President Donald Trump, of course, loved a chart. A chart saved his life. Thanks to Ron Johnson, he turned his head at the right moment and boom, that bullet went by. Of course, it was the illegal border crossings chart. This chart is one I want to draw your attention to. This is not a criticism, of course, of any generation. This is a statement of reality. This is the estimated percentage of 30-year-olds who are both married and are homeowners. In 1950, the World War II generation, 50% of 30-year-olds were married and they owned a home. In the 1980s, it only went down by about 5%. 45% of 30-year-olds in 1980 were married and owned homes. Around the turn of the millennium, it was okay, but obviously falling. It was like 35%. When Obama was president, it was 27%. It is now about 8%. So we went from a country where half of our nation's young people were married and owned homes right in 1950, and now it's about 8%. Interesting to start to see the chart drop at 1990. We had the invasion of Iraq and the signing, of course, of the 1990 Immigration Act, where we went from 5 million green cards, 0.5 million green cards, to 1.2 million. A coincidence? Of course not. This right here is a breakdown of the social compact. This is what I've been talking about. I talked about with Tucker Carlson. I talked about on CNBC. This is leading the populist nationalist revolution across the West. We need urgency to restore it. I believe President Trump can and will. Mass deportations, stop the H-1B scam, dramatically reduce legal immigration, end chain migration and the visa lottery, build 10 million homes immediately for Americans and crush the college cartel and make it easier for you to be a plumber, electrician, a welder, a pipe fitter. Do you want to save a generation and stop Mamdani and Maggioni? Study that chart. Know that chart. It's harder than ever for young people to be able to find a mate that is not either incredibly, let's just say, unappealing or lesbian or gay. It's just the whole dating pool is all disordered and messed up. Trust me, I hear about that all the time. That's a very good topic that we should talk about more. Why are young people not getting married? Why are fertility rates collapsing the way they are? But you have a choice, and we talked about this choice yesterday, and I'll keep that chart up just for a second. I just want to repeat it. In 1980, it only went down by 5 points. In 1980, where a lot of people in this audience were about 30 years old, that would be a baby boomer, 45% of you were able to get married and have homes and were married and had homes. And now it's about 8%. This invites radical politics. I'm working on a longer form thesis as to why homeownership is so important. An argument that someone made to me recently, of someone I really respect, it was a private discussion. He said, but renting is the new way. Renting is better. Renting is better because the argument he made is, well, when's the last time you used your dining room in your house? There's so much inefficiencies in owning. There's so much dead space. Wouldn't it be better to have a bed come out of the ceiling and your toilet come out of the wall, and you could invest that extra money in a 401k or a stock portfolio? While that all sounds good, is efficiency really the thing that we're aiming towards? I think there's something uniquely American as saying this is my land, this is my property, and those of us that are homeowners, you know that something happened to you as soon as you bought a home. You know something changed. Now, of course, people should have a choice. If you want to rent, go ahead, but we actually don't have the choice. That's the point, is that young people are being forced into a mandatory rental economy. I don't know if we have time for this one. Let's play cut 440.
Tell us to stop eating out and rent's $2,000 a month. Oh, save for retirement, and yet you can barely save for next week. Go buy a house. Yep, every house is $500,000, brother. I'm not asking for a handout, man. We're asking for a freaking fair shot at life. Our parents did not work harder than we work right now. They were simply just given a better chance. Their wages covered their lives, their bills, their hobbies, their passions. Our wages barely cover our freaking bills for the month, dude. No amount of budgeting can ever fix a system designed to keep us down.
We don't fix it. You get Mangione and Mamdani.